Hello everyone, this is Sushma. I'm from PTE Tutorials, OSIS group, and today I'm here to conduct a speaking mini mock test. So we'll do a mock test today, and as you all know, speaking module has 5 question types. They are read aloud, repeat sentence, describe image, retell lecture, and answer short questions. Coming to the read aloud is very important because it is an integrated task with reading as well as speaking. Repeat sentence is integrated with listening and speaking. Describe image is code only for the speaking module. Retell lecture is code for both listening and speaking. Answer short questions also as code for both listening as well as speaking. Now let's start with the speaking mini mock test 4, and this is a series, and you can find all the other 3 mock tests also. We have conducted them, and you can search for webinars of PTE tutorials. You can find them. Coming to the first question, that is read aloud. First, before starting the test, let me tell you something. You have to read the text as naturally and clearly as possible. You have 40 seconds to prepare and 40 seconds to read it aloud. So what to do in this 40 seconds of preparation time? Just take the passage, split the passage into meaningful chunks in that 40 seconds of time. Moreover, you have more time. If you have more time, just go through the hard words which are very difficult for you to pronounce, just go through those words a couple of times so that it gives you smoothness while going through your real recording. Because when you are recording for 40 seconds, then it's not that you have to go through the hard words and there you fumble there. What was the pronunciation of this word and all. And pronunciation is very important here because if you're pronouncing, for example, I'm telling you, if you're pronouncing environment as environment, that also costs. That also will give you less score in the pronunciation. And we don't understand why I got less in pronunciation and all. If you're missing a word or misplacing a word or adding a word also is considered as an error here in read aloud. And this can be clarified with Pearson Score Guide. Pearson Score Guide itself has given this. So make sure you're 100% accurate in this read aloud because this is very important and gives you around 30 plus points for your reading module and speaking as well. This is very, very important for your reading. Okay, now let's start our mock test with the first read aloud. Okay, I'll give you 40 seconds to prepare and 40 seconds to record. Yes, you can start speaking. Okay, time's up. And how to do this is Augustus was given the powers of an absolute monarch, but he presented himself as the preserver of republican traditions. He treated the Senate or State Council with great respect and was made consul year after year. He successfully reduced the political power of the army by retiring many soldiers but giving them land or money to keep their loyalty. And as a fumble, you should not do there in your exam. Political power of the army. Even if you say political army, just proceed. He successfully reduced the political army power of the army. Continue that, and don't actually fumble there. Don't, even if you have done some mistake, carry forward the mistake. Okay. So it was he successfully reduced the political power of the army by retiring many soldiers but giving them land and money. If you say and money also, it's okay. But you remember that that particular thing will be affecting your reading score. For sure, it affects your reading score. So make sure place the cursor or your index finger or your marker in the exam on this passage as you're reading. You have to move it because you will not do any mistake, and it will be like he successfully reduced the political power of the army by retiring many soldiers but giving them land or money to keep their loyalty. Okay, and this is how you have to do. The next question, yes, your preparation time starts now. Okay, I'll stop you after 40 seconds. Okay, you can start. Okay, the time is up, so you can do it as Pluto lost its official status as a planet yesterday when the International Astronomical Union downsized the solar system from 9 to 8 planets. Although there had been passionate debates at the IAU General Assembly meeting in Prague about the definition of a planet and whether Pluto met the specifications, the audience greeted the decision to exclude it with applause. Let each and every word be clearly pronounced because you're not speaking to a human. As I've been telling you, we are giving the exam to the computer, right? So make sure each and every word is clear so that you have uh, pronounced each and every word clearly so that your computer will capture the words clearly. Computer will capture the words exactly, and there's no need to pronounce it as like, for example, if it is IKEA, no need to pronounce it as IKEA. You have to pronounce it. If the words which are abbreviations, you need to pronounce them individually. IAU. Individual letters should be pronounced. Okay. And the next one will be, I'll give you 40 seconds to prepare. Okay, you can start now. Okay, 40 seconds up. So you can do this as smartphones have become an everyday essential for millions of us. We rely on them for everything from updating our social media profiles to banking. Taking out a smartphone contract that bundles together your calls, data, and text with the cost of the handset can help spread the cost, but can also mean you'll pay more over the long run. Okay, this is something regarding read aloud, and we have done 3 read alouds. 40 seconds to prepare, 40 seconds to uh, read aloud. Now we'll move on to repeat sentence. Repeat sentence. What happens here is you'll hear a repeat sentence. You'll hear a sentence. You have to repeat the sentence exactly as you have heard it. Okay, and you'll hear the sentence only once. You need to hear the sequence is important. First of all, sequence is important, and if you're adding a word, that will not affect your score actually. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is about repeat sentence. You have to repeat the sentence exactly, and this is very important for the listening as well as speaking modules. And coming to the first repeat sentence. Ready?
Environmental friendliness is a new category in which campuses are competing.
Okay. Environmental friendliness is a new category in which campuses are competing. Next. Question number 2.
Higher fees make students think more critically about what universities can offer.
Higher fees make students think more critically about what universities can offer. So let your each and every word be very clear when you're speaking out in your repeat sentence. When you're doing repeat sentence, don't copy the accent of the speaker, because if you copy the accent of the speaker, that will make you like confused there. Moreover, your pronunciation will not be clear. Speak in your own accent. You can even say it as higher fees make students think more critically about what universities can offer. That means you have to deliver each and every word very clear, understandable for the computer. Okay, coming to the next one.
Many health workers think that pensioners are too old to understand.
Okay, many health workers think that pensioners are too old to understand. Pensioners. The pronunciation should be clear, and if you're not sure with pronouncing that word, you can even skip it, but don't pronounce that wrong. However, if you skip that, you will lose points for your listening. That is one thing. But to maintain your pronunciation score. So many health workers think that pensioners are too old to understand. Remember the words which she is speaking in the same way you have to. Means the pronunciation should be exact. Of course, not the accent. Next one. Ready?
The clear evidence between brain events and behavioral events are always fascinating.
Was a bit weird. The clear evidence between brain events and behavioral events are always fascinating. Let understand it with meaning. You have to split the sentence into chunks like the clear evidence between brain events, one part, and behavioral events are always fascinating, another part. So that it will be easy for you to deliver it. Okay, next one.
What distinguishes him from others is that he used black and white photography.
Yes, the answer is what distinguishes him from others is that he used black and white photography. Next. Ready?
The sports team members often practice on weekdays and play games on weekends.
Okay. The sports team members often practice on weekdays and play games on weekends. So you need to split it like the sports team members often practice on weekdays, one part, and play games on weekends. You need to understand the sentence practicing on weekdays, playing on weekends, like that. Okay. Now,
To answer such a complex question with a simple yes or no is absolutely impossible.
to answer such a complex question with a simple yes or no is absolutely impossible. Next, coming to describe image. Describe image is code only for the speaking module, as I've told you. So better you go with fluency and pronunciation, because as this is not an integrated task, the score for content is not integrated anywhere. That means this is not split anywhere. So what you have to do is you have to maintain fluency and pronunciation in order to score full points for this describe image. What does that actually mean? Means content is not that important. Whatever you see on the screen, deliver it. That is called as content, because we have 5 points for content in Pearson score guide that gives you score for your content. Okay, fine. Then fluency and pronunciation. Should I use a template? Because most of the students will be using a template. You can use a template, and because here fluency and pronunciation are important, you can use a template. By using a template also, you can deliver your lecture and describe image. Okay, what you have to do here, look at the graph below. In 25 seconds, please speak into the microphone and describe in detail what the graph is showing. You will have 40 seconds to give your response. So once this image is displayed, I'll be giving you 25 seconds to prepare. Then I'll ask you to speak. Okay, let us start this. I'll give you 25 seconds to prepare first. Yes, you can start. Okay, the time is up, and your answer would be, this image represents the life cycle of a housefly. There are 6 stages. In the first step, an housefly lays eggs. In the next phase, the eggs get hatched and larva comes out. The larva passes through 3 stages of the growth. Each larval stage lasts from 1 to 3 days. The larva turns into a pupa in 1 to 2 days. Lastly, the pupa develops legs and wings between 4 to 5 days to become an adult fly. The female adult fly becomes ready to lay eggs again in 2 to 3 days. In conclusion, to complete the life cycle of a housefly, it takes between 10 to 15 days. This is actually a professional way of speaking, but this is a computer. Whatever you're speaking, it will not understand actually. So, what else you can speak is, the given diagram is an image. This is a flow chart. This flow chart represents the life cycle of an adult fly. First stage, there is a fly. Second stage, it lays eggs. And third stage, it is the first larval stage. Second one is second larval stage. Third one is third larval stage. And the fourth stage is pupa. And finally, we have again an adult fly. This adult fly, again, it lays eggs and it continues. The process continues. When we look at the diagram, the background is in blue color. The arrow marks are very thick and they are in brown color. Here the eggs are shown in some cream color, and the same color is given for larval stage 3 pupas, and the large pupa is represented in gray color. Coming to the adult fly, we can see 6 legs, 2 wings, 2 eyes, and that also is represented in gray color. I think 40 seconds was done. So it's not that you have to go in depth with content. You have to maintain fluency by speaking something, anything, whatever comes to your mind at that moment, you have to speak it. Okay, that is something regarding this describe image. And this is next. I'll be giving you 25 seconds to prepare. Yes, you can start. Okay, the time is up. And the 3 pie charts compare residential, industrial, and agricultural water usage in cities, namely San Diego, California, and the rest of the world. In San Diego and California City, the major usage of water was done for residential purpose, while worldwide usage was mainly for agricultural purposes. The agricultural usage of water was low in 2 American cities, compared to residential usage. In conclusion, the worldwide domestic usage of water was insignificant compared to Americans. 1 minute. To American cities. Okay, this is a professional way of speaking actually, but when we just want to speak it like a PTE describe image would be like the given diagram is a pie chart. This pie chart compares the water usage of San Diego country, California, and worldwide. When we look at the diagram, we can see three types of water usages such as residential, industry, and agriculture. To the left hand side, we can see San Diego, which is having highest concentration with 60%, followed by 23 and 17 with residential, industry, and agriculture respectively. To the right hand side, we can see worldwide. Here the agriculture has a highest percentage with 69%, followed by industry with 23 and residential with 8. Whereas in the middle of the diagram, we can see California, which is having equal proportions almost with 39% of residential, 33% of industry, and 28% of agriculture holding the least. That's all. I think your 40 seconds would be up. And next. I'll give you 25 seconds to prepare. Okay, you can start now. Okay, and how to do this is this flowchart represents how a virus works after infection. The first stage is adsorption, which includes attachment of the virus to the host cell. Then the virus releases its genetic material inside the cell and the virus detaches itself from the host. After that, there is a replication of viral DNA and its body parts. In the fourth step, the viral DNA and its body parts are assembled to form an army of new viruses inside the host cell. In the last stage, the viruses break through the cell wall to infect other cells. In conclusion, this is a good representation of how a disease is spread in living organisms. And you can even speak the colors, how many viruses are there in the first stage, second stage, how many viruses are there, third stage, what happened, fourth stage, what happened. You can even say it in that way, giving the colors and shapes and everything. Okay, and the next one is RETELL lecture. I've seen some messages that you haven't listened to repeat sentences, so let me play it first if it is okay.
Why does burning a food item?
Can you hear it? Okay, okay, fine. Yes. In RETELL lecture, you'll hear a recording actually. It might be an interview or one-way conversation. So two-way conversation, one-way speech or something, you'll hear an interview. After listening to this, in 10 seconds, you have to speak into the microphone and retell what you have just heard from the interview in your own words. Okay? You have 10 seconds to prepare after the recording is completed. Then you have 40 seconds to give your response. So first I'll be playing the recording. Get ready with your pen and paper to jot down some notes and collect the keywords which are usually the nouns, verbs and adjectives. Try to collect maximum keywords from this written lecture, and you can speak up to 40 seconds the words which you have collected. While presenting your lecture, remember, no need to frame a sentence, no need to like follow some structure or something, because there is another task called summarize spoken text in our listening module, which checks grammar, sentence formation, spellings and everything there. So here there is nothing to do with all those. Just you need to collect maximum keywords and speak those keywords fluently and clearly, so that you get full points for your written lecture. First of all, this is an integrated task. As I've told you, it is code for listening as well as speaking modules. So listening is very important for content. Your content score goes to the listening module. So try to deliver 100% words, means maximum keywords from your little lecture. Collect maximum keywords and try to deliver it in 40 seconds. Okay. Yes. Now let us go with the audio. Ready? Yes.
Why does burning a food item provide information about its value as a food? The nutritional value of food can be measured in many different scales. The most basic measurement scale is the free energy content of the food, in other words, how much energy is released when chemical bonds within the food are broken. The energy content of food is measured in calories. The amount of kinetic energy required to raise the temperature of 1 milliliter of water, 1 degree food is burned under controlled conditions, breaking chemical bonds and releasing free energy. The burning is chemically similar to the breakdown of food in cellular respiration, although the process occurs much more quickly and in a less controlled fashion during ignition. Calorimeter can measure the energy in food but cannot measure the just energy of what we have.
The answer would be, the lecture was about measuring the nutrition value of food using a calorimeter. Just you have, I think you have jotted down the keywords, just compare them. Firstly, the speaker asserted that the most basic measurement scale is the free energy content of the food. Moreover, the lecturer also indicated that the energy content of food is measured in calories. Food is burned under controlled conditions, breaking chemical bonds and releasing free energy. In conclusion, the speaker has mentioned that burning is chemically similar to the breakdown of food in cellular respiration. Okay, if you're not audible, just let me know. I'll play it on mobile for this answer short questions. Okay, later we'll practice repeat sentences also. I'll play it. Okay, yes. And coming to these answer short questions, you'll hear a question. You need to give a simple and short answer. Don't go with multiple words. Just give one word answer. That's all. Okay. For example, if there was a question, say the question, okay, 7 days in a time period. If you say a week, it may take it as awake or something else. So better give your answer as week. That's all. Okay, and make sure you are pronouncing the word very clearly. What if I don't know the answer? If you don't know the answer, at least give the main idea of the question. Okay, if you're giving the main idea of the question, if you're lucky enough, that main idea would be the synonym of the answer. By that point also you'll get points. You'll get point for that particular question. Moreover, these answer short questions are 100% repeated, and you can find all these answer short questions in the prediction files of last 3 months. You can find them, August, September and October. We have released October month exam memories also recently. If you haven't received it, you just download, you just go to the PTE Tutorials group on Telegram and you can find it there. Okay, and now Clear? Or I'll play it here.
What is the act that does not waste resources?
Next. It is, what is the act that does not waste resources? That is recycle. The next question.
What kind of liquid do mammals feed their children?
Okay. So what was the question? What kind of liquid do mammals feed their children? It is milk. And the next question is,
What is the force happened between the relative motion when objects are rubbed against each other?
what is the force happened between the relative motion when the objects are rubbed against each other? That is friction. It is not fiction. Fiction is different. It is a novel. Fiction novel, non-fiction novels. But here it is friction. 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 Okay. The next question is,
What do we call the thread in the center of the candle?
what do we call the thread in the center of the candle? And the answer is candle wick. Next. Next question.
What are the two holes in your nose to breathe?
Nostrils. What are the two holes in your nose to breathe? They are nostrils. Yes. Now let me play few repeat sentences because few of them haven't listened to them. Ready with your repeat sentences? Yeah.
Environmental friendliness is a new category in which campuses are competing.
Environmental friendliness is a new category in which campuses are competing. Next one.
Higher fees make students think more critically about what universities can offer.
Higher fees make students think more critically about what universities can offer. Third one.
Many health workers think that pensioners are too old to understand.
Many health workers think that pensioners are too old to understand. Next one.
The clear evidence between brain events and behavioral events are always fascinating.
The clear evidence between brain events and behavioral events are always fascinating. Next one.
What distinguishes him from others is that he used black and white photography.
Okay. What distinguishes him from others is that he used black and white photography. Next one.
The sports team members often practice on weekdays and play games on weekends.
The sports team members often practice on weekdays and play games on weekends. The last one.
To answer such a complex question with a simple yes or no is absolutely impossible.
To answer such a complex question with a simple yes or no is absolutely impossible. Is that okay? Let me go with few questions. If you have any questions, you can post it here in this questions box. And this is the end of the speaking module mock test. How to check that we are speaking and are understandable with the computer? Mohammed Asif, you need to open your mouth and speak, then it will be easy and understandable with the computer. Okay, no sound and repeat sentence. Randir Singh, if I speak singular noun instead of plural, will it reduce mark in repeat sentence or little lecture? Actually, here in speaking module, we don't have score for grammar, so you don't worry about that. You speak whatever keyword you have grasped. That's all. Okay. Farina, good. All correct answers you have given. And Nachipan, ma'am, how to prepare for repeat sentence? Yes. Uh, you have to listen to the audio as if someone is giving you an order or someone is giving you an instruction, and you have to go and perform that task. So it'll be, why I'm asking you to do that is you'll concentrate more on the audio if you are prepared in that way. You'll be concentrated more on the audio, and you'll be understanding the audio. Once you understand the audio, you need to split that audio into meaningful chunks, then it will be easy. For example, in the previous sentence, let me play that again.
To answer such a complex question with a simple yes or no is absolutely impossible.
To answer such a complex question means we need to answer a complex question with a simple yes or no is absolutely impossible. To answer such a complex question with a simple yes or no is absolutely impossible. So you need to understand the sentence first. Moreover, what I suggest you all is, first you go through the transcripts of the repeat sentences, and we have so many repeat sentences in the PT Tutorials app or PT Tutorials website, sample questions also. You just practice from there. First go through the transcript, understand the transcript, then play the audio. If you do this for 10 to 15 or 100, at least 100 repeat sentences, it will be very easy for you, because the speaker's accent will be habituated to you. You'll be used to the speaker's accent, and it'll be easy for you to deliver as well. Clear, Nachipan? Next, Nilesh. Which verb tends to use in answer short question? No need. Anything you can. If it is, most probably the answers will be nouns, and if it is a verb also, described, describing, anything can do. Okay, Nilesh. And how to improve pronunciation, Archana? Archana, to improve pronunciation, you need to first of all If you have any doubt, for example, as discussed, we have a word called environment, but we pronounce it as environment. So whenever you have some doubt in that particular word, open Google, go to, just type environment spelling. There you will find an audio symbol. Just click on that, so that you'll try to pronounce many words. Okay, try to collect the words which they are very tough for you to pronounce, you're difficult and you're seeing it for the first time. Select that particular word, paste it in Google, and try to listen to that pronunciation. In that way only you can improve your pronunciation. I know I'm good at pronouncing the words means open your mouth wide and speak, so that clarity will be there for the computer. Okay, I'm repeatedly getting low score in speaking between 67 to 69. Setu Raj, if you are on Telegram, you just send your audios. There are tutors will be there. You can tag anyone, Alina, Shruti, Sushma, anyone you can tag there. Tanu ma'am also. You can tag them, so that we'll give you some feedback. Vikas, hello ma'am, I just want to know, if I simply describe image as you tell, I will get marks in other modules. See, Vikas, other modules in the sense, this is not an integrated task, Vikas. It's not scored for your any other modules like listening, writing or reading. It is scored only for the speaking module. It is not an integrated task. So this content score goes nowhere. What does computer needs for speaking? Fluency and pronunciation, that's all. Hope I've cleared. Setu, fluency 70 and pronunciation 55. So you need to work on your speed.